Well, it's been a gorgeous start to the weekend here for your Saturday. Really nice weather for the rest of the evening, although we will start to cool back down again with dew points staying low across our area. Let's take a live look outside right now in Newport Harbor. It was a beautiful sunrise, and we're looking ahead towards a nice sunset now. Great view here in Newport, the coast, a popular place to be this entire afternoon and evening. Temperatures, though, already starting to settle back down into the 70s, depending on where you're located. Further north, we're still at 82. In Glendale, down towards the coast, though, lower 70s. We're at 73 in Narragansett, Providence right now at 74 degrees. And those dew points just starting to get a little bit more humid. Now, we've been very low in the 50s for the past several days. We'll start to work our way up into the 60s throughout the day tomorrow, leading way to noticeably warmer and more humid conditions throughout the day. So again, nice rest of the evening if you have any outdoor plans. We'll be getting a little bit cooler, though, as we head towards the overnight. Those lows dropping to around the upper 50s, lower 60s. Warmer, more humid tomorrow on Sunday, but the bulk of the heat that we're tracking won't be kicking in until Monday. High temperatures into the lower 90s potentially with that high humidity returning here. As far as precipitation goes, we are very quiet, not tracking really a lot of measurable rainfall outside of maybe some thunderstorm chances later on in the week. And with that, we're starting to see abnormally dry conditions working their way into South County here. Some water bans actually in effect for parts of that area. Out towards the Cape, a moderate drought. Now, we worked at reducing this drought for the past several months after we were in a moderate to severe drought, even in some parts of our area last year into this year. Now with the dry conditions, we're starting to see some of those same trends once again. Satellite and radar, you can see nice and quiet across all of New England here, with high pressure continuing to remain the dominant forcing, and we're really not tracking any major storms in the next several days here. Satellite and radar continuing further towards the southeast here, a lot more unsettled, some thunderstorm activity, and we're continuing to monitor the tropics now as we are approaching peak season in the next month or so. The National Hurricane Center is currently monitoring this orange area, which has a 50% chance of tropical development in the next week, although we're not expecting anything here in our immediate area. And you can see we're here right now just approaching mid-August, and the peak season is kind of mid-September. So we are starting to monitor things a little bit closely now, or more closely than we have the past couple months. With that, back in southern New England here, we're going to cool down once again, as I mentioned, down towards the lower 60s, upper 50s. So a bit of a chillier night if you're out and about later on. We'll warm up a lot quicker throughout the day tomorrow, with those highs inland approaching the upper 80s, a bit more humid as well. Down towards the coast, a little bit milder, still approaching the lower 80s. So nice day across the board to head down to the coast. As we head towards the late evening, not as cool with that heat and humidity building in, as I mentioned, once again towards early next week. Your Sunday morning, cool to start, but we'll warm up a lot quicker by the second half of the day here. Your afternoon highs quite a bit warmer, and again noticeably more humid as well, but not quite as oppressive as what we'll see later on in the week. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast here, where weather will stay quiet. The main feature that I'm tracking here is going to be that increased heat and humidity building in, especially as we head towards next week. But again, we do need the rain. It's been really nice to have the dry weather, but now we are starting to see some issues due to that lack of rainfall. But I guess, you know, not bad to stay dry either.
But the big news is the week is looking just great if you want to plan any beach days or anything like that.
Yeah, great beach weather, great outdoor weather, but as we've been saying all summer, want to stay hydrated, especially as that humidity builds back in.
All right, thanks so much. We obviously had a very short show here today because basketball went on late. For more news and weather and sports, just go to WPRI.com. We'll be back at 10 and 11 tonight.